This video is about the best worst game ever, and now I agree with this guy.
I've recently come
I
to
agree with this guy. This game is the worst game on the planet, chat. This game sucks. This game sucks. I hate this game. I don't wanna play this game. I don't wanna play this game. I hate this game. I'm down on this game. I'm uninstalling this game. We're gonna play in Shroud or Sound. I'm done.
A very unfortunate realization. I'm the type of person who likes to analyze video games. I am obsessed with understanding why I like or don't like a game to the point where sometimes I forget I'm supposed to be relaxing. The only good thing to come of this is that I have spent my whole life doing this and I've played more games than I'd care to admit, so I like to think I have okay taste in games nowadays. Now, there's one thing you need to know about anyone who claims they like to analyze or critique anything. No matter what Michelin star meal they're eating, they are still sneaking out at 2 a.m. for some cheesy Taco Bell slop. And this is my slop.
What? How's it slop?
Survival Evolved. This bad boy was released 10 years ago as a strange, early access game about surviving in a world with dinosaurs, and that was enough for me and millions of other people to buy the game without looking any further into it. But it was a trap. A ruse, one could say. The game was buggy and unfinished.
I see.
Who could have expected an early access video game to be unfinished? There's nothing we could have done differently. But I mean, it was.
What kind of bugs though, chat? What kind of bugs did they have?
Fix the game and make it actually work the way it was intended to.
Damn, this guy's some crazy settings here, chat.
To massively increase their budget,
okay.
Right? Did you really believe that even for a second? We all know how this story ends. 10 years later,
honestly,
and this game is still a train
it's still
wreck
buggy
top to bottom.
And
now that every single
I haven't experienced any bugs, honestly, chat.
Sequel,
maybe for the dragging.
Never getting updated again.
Oh yeah, that the ARK 2, chat, but also ARK Ascent. I don't even know what else going on over here.
Single update has been halted in lieu of their new sequel. This game's never getting updated again. So, join me as we bury the buggy, rotten corpse of the best bad game ever made, and I want to go over just what made it so awful. So, let's start.
What is ARK 2 even gonna be about, chat? Like, what is it even gonna be about? I don't even know.
The thing I and everyone else saw of ARK first was the hook. And let's face it, it is an incredible hook for a video game. You are in a world with a bunch of dinosaurs.
My favorite type of game, chat. Survival crawler is really good. And there's so much like mystery. You don't know what kind of dinosaur you're gonna find. There's also like the tech dinosaurs. So it's like the shinies. Oh, it's addictive, chat. The shinies are like addictive. And even not even the text. Just like the colors, you can get, oh, there's a nice white one, there's a nice black one. That's also really nice. Yeah, it's like crocodiles, alligators, black humans, chat. Like, that's interesting.
You can tame them, and they could be your best friend, and you could kiss them on the lips.
And they die, and they die, and then you start feeling sad for them, like, ah, no, not Bulbasaur, chat, not Bulbasaur. You get attached to them, chat. That's the problem. You get attached. Well, I get attached. That's why we make the grave and all that kind of stuff. I'm the one to get attached to them, but yeah. I don't think anyone else has a freaking graveyard, chat.
It's like the dream of every 7-year-old kid. Hell, I still buy dinosaur chicken nuggets from Costco because I like that they're shaped
Dinosaur,
like a
chat. Every autistic person's favorite dinosaur. So I don't know why. I don't know why.
With a concept like that, it really is no wonder why ARK sold millions of copies and was a hit off rip. And I gotta say, to its credit, when ARK is at its best, it actually does a pretty good job of fulfilling that dinosaur tamer 7-year-old kid fantasy. But that fantasy was buried, hidden beneath layers and layers of technical problems and the grime of human greed. So let's start with problem 1, installing the game. I know
oh my god, 165 gigabytes of space. Crazy. You can even go all the way up to 500, chat. It's wild.
But I promise, I have to talk about this. Installing ARK is a treacherous task in itself that I've heard many have not survived. Look at the Steam page. This is a 300 gigabyte tumor of a game that, despite not having updates, will probably still be another 30 gigabytes larger next time I check. Not to mention, if you want to play any of the additional maps, they are all an additional 20
to 50 gigabytes each, chat. Is wild.
By download. I don't know what they are feeding this piggy, but all of the other pigs are terrified when it comes stomping down to the trough to put on another couple.
We got like 13 gigabytes of storage, chat, from this game. Oh my god.
gigs away. I don't know how they've managed this. For reference, GTA 5 is 115 gigabytes. Elden Ring is 52. And you can't even make...
But they don't take the cake, chat. They don't take the cake. Call of Duty 560 or 550 gigabytes. They don't take the cake. I don't take the cake. Call of Duty does.
The argument that the game is just, oh, it's a little unoptimized. It's a big game. There's so many dinosaurs. Cyberpunk 2077, the most notoriously buggy, unfinished, unoptimized game of all time, came out at 61 gigabytes. It has a huge map, a bunch of custom
61? So little, chat. What? But then the problem is not the space. The problem is the graphic processing power. I think for like 65 gigabytes of RAM or something.
Characters, like I already said, horrible optimization, and it is still a fifth of the size of ARK. I think this is just the clearest indication how little effort has gone into optimizing this game at all. I don't know what kind of freak accident happened at their headquarters to cause this, but it is a telling sign of what's to come. Also, quick side note, if we scroll down to the Steam page here, we can see that—
Yes! I've been saying this for a while, chat. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? I'm saying, okay, we're gonna stream ARK. Oh, only 60 gigabytes of storage. Okay. Nice, only 8 gigabytes of RAM. Okay. Only 30, 60, 70. What the hell is this, chat? What the hell? They need to update this thing now. Literally, I have no DLCs installed. No maps installed, but this takes 165. I haven't like. Just calm down.
Just calm down. An estimated 60 gigabytes, according to them, to install the game. Good luck with that. I'm sorry, I had to get that off my chest. Now that we're done taking a road trip down to Best Buy to buy another hard drive so we can install the game, we can actually talk about starting the game. So, ARK is meant to be a multiplayer game, so now that the game is open,
oh yeah, now the game is there, so you can't even join any like servers or anything like that. So you can't play it in like the big 26 or big 25. Can't play. No servers. I scroll through the servers. You're like 0. Dead. 0. Nada. Finished. Not one. It was actually it was 1, 2, or 2, but it was like private and I couldn't even join it. And it was kind of like, oh man, what a shame.
Join a server. Alright, let's go and what's going on? Why isn't your mouse? The game is crashed. Okay.
Oh yeah, there's crashes as well. There's 1, 2 that I tried to join. They crashed me as well. I was like, what the hell is going on over here? That's why I like this guy. I like this guy. I like this guy. This guy bring up all the exact points that I've been talking about this game for forever. He's doing it. Watch. What he's gonna speak? Watch. He's going to speak about the cockroaches here. Watch. How much you need them and how rare they are. Watch. I hate this game. I absolutely hate this game.
Screens that
I'm uninstalling this game. I'm not talking about this game ever again. Never asked me to stream this game. Never asked me to. I'm down with this game. I'm down with this game.
2025 is the year I'm making this video in, and in 2025 there is a full budget game that has menus that consistently crash even on the highest end PCs. I think my PC is good enough to not crash outright from it, but I promise you it is terrible. But I have great news once you get through those broken menus. There's no servers to play on. They got rid of them. This is a full-priced video game, and it's a game entirely designed around multiplayer. That's what the devs said themselves, and they deleted every single—
Yeah, chat, like the raft as well, where you must someone must be on the raft and they can shoot, and then you can manage the raft and whatnot. Like it's so hard to do stuff on the raft and so on. Single player, chat, that's kind of annoying. Chat. That's kind of annoying. It is definitely a multiplayer game.
They made a sequel. Forget the fact that people put thousands of hours into each of these servers. Forget the fact that they had communities or anything like that. We have a game we're promoting with AI trailers. You're gonna want to go pay for that one if you want to just even have a semblance of what you had before. Now, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk about old AI trailer.
That's the ARK underwater one.
Without a doubt, they completely wiped out all their community trust with this.
But then again, that's what's nice about ARK is all the DLCs are basically like a new game practically. Like we've seen the Lost Colony and Bob's Trails DLCs. It was like a completely different game, chat. Not only from ARK itself, but from one another as well. Like what the hell? Like totally.
I decided to make this video. If you want to play this game, which was explicitly designed to be a multiplayer game, you have 3 options. Option 1, play on an unofficial server. This would be a server hosted by someone else that you have no affiliation with, and you will just pray that they don't turn the server off halfway through your playthrough. Option 2 is to host the server on your own computer, but good luck being able to have a computer strong enough to do that, and it also opens you up to some security risks. And last, but definitely not least, is option 3, which is paying like 15 or so bucks a month to an outside party to actually have a server that's good to play on. And in my opinion, at least, this is the only way to actually play ARK with your friends in the current year, because the other two options are awful. So now that you're finally on a server, we can talk about the gameplay. And I think it's only appropriate that we continue in order, starting...
Talk about the survival aspect. Every 10 seconds. Oh, I'm thirsty. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, I'm too cold. Oh, I'm too hot. Oh, my legs are broken. Talk about that. Talk about that. Please talk about that. Please talk about that.
The beginning of ARK is nothing...
This reminds me a lot about Rust. Exactly. The beginning of ARK reminds me of the beginning of Rust.
Cool. It is a fantastic experience.
It is. It's really good. I'm looking at that.
You have your friend Michael, who actually knows everything about the game.
Clan, he's been helping us so much through this journey, chat. Clan has been helping us immeasurably
already, and he can just tell you what to do, and you do it, and then...
Oh my god, yes. Spend W in chat for Clan, chat. Oh my god, he's been such a W. Oh my god, he's been such a W.
Fun. That's not even a joke. Now, if you were to not have Michael with you, to say that ARK is hard on new players would be a catastrophic understatement. It honestly feels like the devs made this as difficult as possible for a new player to actually progress without giving Michael some special sauce behind the Taco Bell and hope he treats you extra special and tells you what to do as a result. You could probably use...
Yeah, now Glenn be doing sometimes. It's like, Glenn, don't be telling us anything. We'll be like, keep quiet. I'm like, Glenn, come here, here. You keep quiet in chat. I'm like, Glenn. Maybe
a lot of Wikipedia pages.
I'm not gonna be doing that secret sauce in Taco Bell, but
each their own, you know. As a new player, this game will just knock you down, kick you over and over, spit on you, steal your lunch money, and then take a picture for blackmail. It is brutal. As a new player spawning in, you will be given a character creation screen, and you're just going to want to go ahead and create probably the most fucked up creature of an abomination you can think of, and then you can spawn in. But unfortunately, those spawn locations don't really tell you much. They're just labeled things like beach zone.
No, but they say medium easy hard. They say medium easy hard. I'm gonna take this.
Those don't actually mean much at all. Anything harder than easy for any new player or intermediate player really is actually code for certain immediate death. The game kills you a lot. You will probably spend your first few lives in ARK just getting ripped to shreds by whatever carnivore the game spawns you next to, until eventually you find the one safe-ish spawn zone that you can survive in for more than 5 minutes. To a degree, I get it. This can be the game.
No, I never experienced that shit. I choose the easy one, like by the beach. So I don't know. I haven't experienced these talking about.
It's gonna be to survive
because it said easy, so I'm like, oh,
in a world of dinosaurs, and usually you're dead pretty quick, so you're not losing that much time. I mean, you could probably do the same thing by actually just letting the player explore the map naturally and find more dangerous areas and then die over there, but I digress. It's not that big of a deal. What is that big of a deal is that some of these safe areas are effectively fake. You see, the player's gonna learn pretty early on that the safe area is the beach zone, because this is the only place in the game you're not gonna get mauled by raptors within 2 seconds of existing.
Yeah, usually I spawned in the beach. I spawned in the beach.
You're not gonna find anything that dangerous. The only real dangerous carnivores are these little baby Dilophosaur things. That's what they're called. I mean, look at that.
That you're poisoning your eyes.
Look at this little fucking. Sorry about that.
They're not that bad. Not that bad.
Turns out his big brother is actually real close by in pretty much every one of these fake safe areas. Sometimes it's even intentional.
Ooh.
Here is a map
big
of
brother?
the ARK. The bottom area.
Let's see where we spawned. We spawned. Yeah, we spawned. Yeah, I think it was over here.
Is generally going to be what's considered the safe zone.
I want to go over here. What's over here? Like an island alone. I want to go over there.
Here is where T-Rexes spawn. So you can encounter 1 or 2. It makes some areas less safe than they seem, but it is what it is. Having 1 or 2 bases destroyed by a Rex isn't the end of the world, of course. But ARK has this awesome bit of map design that actually makes it happen way more than you'd think. So the way it happens is usually like this. You get a base, there's a beach at the bottom, and then there's a cliff at the top. The beach at the bottom is safe. You got your turtles, you got your dodos, you got your dilophosaurs. You're gonna want to take out your gun and kill those as fast as possible. And at the top of the cliff, you got all the Rexes and all the crazy things that will
The Spinosaurus, chat. That's what spawned there, but
Spinosaurus on every single map of ARK. On the surface, this seems like it could be a good thing. You got all
and
the
the
big
boas
dinosaurs separated from all your little dinosaurs. You can't reach the big dinosaurs till late game. So what's the problem? I mean,
no,
they
like come towards you.
Themselves off a cliff and survive, right? That doesn't make any sense. You have no idea how fucking stupid you look right now. Because unfortunately, ARK has a bit of a mental health crisis going on, and you cannot go more than 10 minutes without a large carnivore just throwing itself off of a cliff. I mean, not that I blame them. They spend their entire lives just fighting things and dying, and literally that's it. But that's, again, for a later part in the video. As of right now, they survived the fall. They're completely fine. So, since wild dinosaurs don't take fall damage, your early game base that took you days or even weeks for a new player to build is...
We didn't die there. We made a mega base. We made a mega base. We've been safe, actually. I haven't experienced what he's really talking about.
Gone. All the dinosaurs are dead. It's dirt and remains and rubble.
We good,
that's
actually.
All that's left. Now, this still might not even seem that bad to you. After all, if you take a look at a little map here, Rexes don't even spawn.
Yeah, we over here, chat. We over here. We made a base over here. Really good, really nice, very safe. OP location. There's like nothing like anything that wants to get you like cross there, because over here is like Theosauruses, like raptors, all that crap. But they let us cross the river to come to Origin. It's kind of safe.
Not many of the safe locations. But I have something fun for you. If you take into account all of the seriously dangerous dinosaurs that can pretty much wipe out an early game base, the safe areas go from this to this. Yeah, it's actually not that safe in pretty much everywhere on the island. And just to get ahead of it, I know people are going to argue that it's for realism. Oh, it's to, you know, make the game more immersive. Yeah, buddy, I'm riding on a T-Rex right now because I shot it with a roofie dart, and now it's my best friend and does everything I said. I don't think we're living in an accurate simulation. It's okay to sacrifice some, you know, realism for better gameplay. I mean, take Elden Ring, for example, a game designed to just kill you as fast as possible. Even it has sights of grace for the player to rest at and have a form of reprieve, because that helps the player build trust in the game, that they won't have all of their progress completely deleted for no reason. Without it, players...
Chat, I think ARK might be either equal to the Elden Ring or slightly above Elden Ring when it comes to difficulty, chat, because first of all, it's the dinosaurs. And it's the survivalness. Oh my god. And it's just the horror, the scariness. I think it's closer.
Aren't even gonna want to push into the late game.
Elden Ring is kind of easy
to get stronger and defend themselves, because they'll think that a bigger threat is around the corner, and they might be right. And who could really blame them for feeling that way? Because the game puts in almost no effort to try to communicate through gameplay or the world what they need to do or what is.
It's just RuneScape that is playing in the background, chat. I started playing RuneScape recently, and now. Because some people watching a lot of YouTubers play RuneScape OST in the background. I think I'm hearing RuneScape in the background.
Around them. I'm telling you, you need.
Yeah, it is. It is. 100% it is.
Get through it at all, and he better be drained. But I will give it some credit. This is a survival game, and it's not uncommon for survival games or just a lot of different games to really require Wikipedia to be played. Some of my
I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm playing blind, completely blind. Yeah, Clint helps us now and then. But not really. Clint hasn't been helping us for a while now. Now we actually kind of stuck because we're entering the industrial age, and now we're like, oh, what am I supposed to do here? But yeah, no, we going blind, chat. Like even this mutation thing, I don't know what that is about. Or like we were starting out to get gasoline. Oh, gasoline was so hard to figure out how to make, chat. But because Clint did the opposite for that. Because Clint was like, we didn't know how to like use the fabricator, how to make it work. And Clint was like, okay. You need gas, and I'm like, okay, how to make gasoline? That's a show. Like, I was scared. The fabricator was hard. The fabricator was hard.
Actually require Wikipedia pretty much to be played. So
Rumworld. What game is that? Put a note for that. Put a note for that.
My only criticism. The thing is, ARK takes this entire concept to the next level in every way. I mean, let's just start with something really simple. Gathering wood. You do it in most survival games. Yeah, punch the tree. You get the wood. It's Minecraft. But In ARK,
take
just
damage.
like most games, you can do things to make this faster. You can get a stone axe and hit the tree again. You can even hit it with a metal axe.
Oh yeah, The pickaxe gives you thatch, and the axe gives you, the axe gives you wood, chat, and
ARK takes a lot of resources, almost anything, and you'll realize pretty quick that that metal axe is not cutting it. You are just getting wood way too slowly. Without Michael or Wikipedia, you would have no way to know that the best dinosaur in the game is actually the mammoth for getting wood.
Oh, the mammoth.
You know this?
Okay.
Because you won't so much as see one for your first 10 hours of gameplay. Yeah, here's the map again. Here's the safe areas. We've been over this. Were you paying any attention? And here is where the mammoths.
And you freeze there, chat. You freeze there. You can't even go because you freeze in cold there.
The most dangerous area of the map. If you do somehow manage to tame one out here, you are not getting it home. That is a Herculean task that, once again, you would have no way of knowing how to do.
It's not that bad for us because we are our base over here, so we can just kind of safe. We can actually do this actually. Go like that, Yes. And you got to go with the raft. Take the raft, get him, and then you go with the raft back to base. You can, champ. You can. Even if your base was like over here, take him, take the raft, and go. Woo! Take him, take the raft, and go like that. You can always use the raft. The raft is overpowered in this game, champ. Raft is overpowered.
Wikipedia, because I promise you it is going to get ripped to shreds on the way back by sea or by land. And ARK does this with every single thing in the game. There is pretty much no communication to the player what's good for what's useful here and there. It's just a complete who's who hodgepodge nonsense.
Triceratops army is good for the berries.
To its credit, the game kind of attempts to communicate to the player that there is one dinosaur, well, not dinosaur, beaver that's good for it. It's a beaver. It's called the Castoroides. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I'm gonna call it the beaver from now on. The game does try to communicate to you that this thing is actually good for collecting wood, and it is. It's one
That's a man base. We should get him. We should get it. We should definitely get it, chat. That's a plan. We're gonna get a beaver. So we can get some man base because we go to the beaver nest to get some man base. But if we can get the beavers, get the source of the production. It's a man-based factory. I think we have a plan. Here.
It communicates this to you by it looking like a beaver, and the game just hopes that you know what a beaver is, which you probably do, so that's a fair bit of credit. And the other thing the game does is these guys will make little dams. They'll build them and they'll put wood in the dams. So when you go and you open the dam and you see it's filled with wood, as you're getting ripped to shreds by the beavers that all aggroed on you simultaneously, you'll also realize, hey, they're probably good for collecting wood. So that's how the game tries to communicate to you, and that's like the only thing that it does that for at all. It does not.
That's the plan. We're gonna get a beavers. Tame them out and then make their own beaver nest in our base.
On this one, they tried a little. Actually, they do have one other thing that they tried. They have these little info cards you can find on the map that will tell you about a dinosaur and kind of what it does. They're scattered totally randomly in totally random places, so you can't actually choose what you learn about.
Yes, Chad is talking about that.
To find. But I mean, it's something, so I'll give them a second bone, but I'm done giving them bones. We're moving on to the next topic. Bad news. The dinosaurs are not interesting. They look great. They look really cool. Other than that, they don't do a whole lot.
Ooh, what is that? Eden Claire, what is that, chat?
Other than that,
damn, there's so much dinosaurs. What? That one, I want that one, chat. The Elden Claw. Oh, and that Enforcer. Ooh, damn, I didn't know there's so much.
Some of them will have cute little custom attacks, and you know, it's fun, it's interesting, it's a little flavor, I like it. But you'll very quickly realize they fall into one of 4 categories. You have attack and harass dinosaurs that do pretty much nothing but fight you.
Let's see. Attack. Transportation, okay, transportation. Harvesting. And then just cute factor, chat. Let's see.
You have transportation dinosaurs that you can fly around on and move on. You have PvP dinosaurs that you'll use in combat, and that's about it. And you'll have your niche resource gatherer that's good for exactly one resource. Of course, there's some overlap. The Pteranodon is good for PvP and transportation, but for the most part, they're gonna fall into pretty much one, maximum 2.
That bird, the Archivenus, is overpowered. It has transportation, it has storage, it has PvP, and it has like crafting. There's like a own smithy on him. That thing like butt's overpowered.
I think this has to be my biggest gripe with the game, because you will really quickly realize that these are not living, breathing creatures. They are robots. And it does not take long to see the metal underneath. Very few dinosaurs have unique behavior when they're out in the wild. 95% of them either attack everything they see.
Wait, there is a phoenix! Damn, it's crazy.
Or run away if they get attacked. They do nothing else. They don't form tribes, they don't nest, they don't breed, they don't do anything you would expect an actual dinosaur to do. Even when they do have a unique behavior, it doesn't exist to any of the creatures around them. Like those beaver dams, not a single creature in the game tries to do anything to them at all. And another example would be wyverns. They're a really cool creature. They're these big dragons that fly around. They have eggs that you can steal.
Oh, that's really cool. Wyverns.
Not a single other entity in the game, aside from the player, even interacts with the eggs at all. They don't try to steal them. They don't try to sneak around them or anything like that. They just completely ignore it. Other dinosaurs lay eggs too. They won't try to make a nest or protect the egg from carnivores or anything.
No, they do protect the eggs, Chad. They do. While if you steal the egg, they'll try to attack you.
Rot 100% of the time. They will attack the player if the player picks up the egg. Right. But I imagine you're starting to get what I mean. Everything interacts with the player as if we're the main character, but they don't act like they're alive and interacting with each other, which is really important.
That would take too much processing power. I mean, this game was made like 10 years ago, so I won't put it against them.
The world to feel alive.
I feel the world is alive.
Alive creatures, you know, the thing that dinosaurs are. They have 2 modes and 2 modes only. They have attack mode and wander mode. And that is
oh yeah, they have attack and wander mode. No, and also harvest mode. They also have harvest mode. Some of them can like harvest stuff for you, like the Theosaurus. And also meat chops. What is his name? I don't know what his name is, but yeah.
And honestly, probably your enjoyment in the game is shattered. It no longer becomes about, oh, what kind of incredible creature did I discover?
This guy's killing the game for me, man. Just chill. Just chill.
Than the other one. There's no life. There have been some band-aid solutions for this that have come out since launch, which have helped a little bit. For example, like the Parasaur is now an alarm system.
Okay.
The Triceratops is given like a little pack buff thing when it's in combat. It's unique, but it's still not alive. Side note, the dinosaurs are weirdly similar to Pokemon for some reason. They all have individual stats. You can put them in cryopods and throw them around. Good luck keeping that mechanic in the game for much longer, by the way.
The Powerball, talk about Powerball, Chad. Powerball, you can't throw them in. It's just
have like levels for some reason, and their stats are randomly distributed. So one T-Rex might have much higher attack than another, but in exchange it will have less health, which in theory actually sounds pretty cool. But in practice it leads to horrible balancing issues where a T-Rex can just get rocked by a couple turtles because it put all of its stats into making its fucking lungs bigger instead of health or damage. The game has
damn, I want to Spider's massive.
Doesn't care if you see it. Running around on an actually safe beach and just seeing some crazy shit going down in the distance, or taming your first dodo and having it get killed within 2 seconds.
By the birds, and the bird comes in, pop, take out the bird, take out the dodo.
What is the game? That's
R.I.P. Dodo, Chan. R.I.P.
Fun. Yeah. And if that fun is enough for you to keep slamming your head against the wall and just figuring things out one bit at a time without Michael or Wikipedia, I get it. And if you manage to slam your head against that wall until the mid to late game,
oh, it's killing me, Chan. I'm killing me. Rage quit. We're ready rage quit.
You realize that the wall has a gun and will shoot back. Because if the early game was highly reliant on Wikipedia or Michael, the late game is Michael dependent.
What? No.
It is no longer about exploring, finding cool dinosaurs, or anything of the sort. It is about hitting rocks and trees for 12 hours straight so you can build literally anything. This is the Gojo infinity of video games, and the closer you get to the end, the longer it gets. If you want to have any hope of completing the game and beating all the bosses, just getting a bunch of high-level, tough dinosaurs will never be enough. No, no, no. The game actually has a hidden genetics mechanic. And if you want to have a viable army, you better have a Rex with the right stats. Then you need to breed that Rex, except newsflash, raising a baby T-Rex takes 3 real-life days of game time. You had better be feeding it the whole time, or it will drop dead from starvation. This time issue is
RIP my birds, chat. RIP my birds.
Is a completely consistent thing across the game. I already mentioned the farming requirement, but that doesn't even account for things like taming dinosaurs, which can take 4 to 5 hours or more for high-tier dinosaurs, and that doesn't even include the time it takes to farm the materials to tame them in the first place. For most people, my middle school self included, this is where ARK ends. You are able to tame some cool dinosaurs. You can survive on that beach now. You saw some cool things. Maybe you went in a cave or 2. That's it. It's been fun. It's been a few good, 20 hours or whatever. Thumbs up. I'm gonna go play CSGO and watch Naruto now. I'm in 8th grade. See ya. But if you do decide to stick it out, you are in for one.
We're gonna stick it out, We're gonna stick it out.
You decided to stick it out. You kept grinding. You farmed your Rexes. You didn't ask Michael a single question. You want to play the game for yourself.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
And you're gonna go fight the first boss of the island, a big, giant spider. Wait, you're telling me you're gonna go fight the giant spider and you didn't even bring the boar? You know the boar is actually Lucio from Overwatch and can heal all your dinosaurs, right?
No, don't reveal too much.
Stupid right now.
Not too much
your Rexes are a little red puddle. They're all dead, and so are you. Your month of work is gone. Go breed a new army and try again, and this time you better bring the boar. This is why I said this section of the game is Michael dependent.
We know now.
He does have to be named Michael, by the way. It's a copyright thing. I don't have control.
Glenn TM, chat. Glenn TM.
You actually need a couple other supports too, or you're probably gonna die. And you probably shouldn't even be using Rexes in the first place. But that's a whole other matter. The real thing Michael could have helped you with is he could tell you you can change all of these settings. You can go down in the game settings and make it so breeding a Rex takes 20 minutes. Or hell, 20 seconds if you want. And for your own sanity, I think it's best you crank those speeds way up. And when I say you should for your sanity, I mean you have to for your sanity. Because
I think we're gonna have to do that. It was like 3 days. That's a bit wild. That's a bit wild. 3 days. IRL days now. That's a bit crazy too.
Breeding Rexes with good stats isn't actually enough. No. Remember that hidden genetics mechanic I talked about? There's more. That was a little bit of a Chekhov's gun situation.
What is this thing, chat? What is this thing?
Isn't actually enough. No. Remember that hidden genetics
this cheer boy, what is this shit? How do I get it? How do I make it? I want to know. Tell me in chat.
Mechanic I talked about? There's more. That was a little bit of a Chekhov's gun situation in this YouTube video. I'm kind of a really good storyteller. If you can't tell, I'm actually awesome. So make sure to smash that like button. Once you find a Rex with a proper stat spread, you then must eugenics your baby T-Rexes so they get proper mutations. Mutations, of course, are an extremely rare thing that can happen every once in a while on a baby Rex, boosting one random stat by 1 level. And you're gonna need a lot of mutations to have any chance. As for the baby Rexes that don't have the right stat mutation,
kill them
you're gonna want to get the gun and put them in the feeding trough, the only place they can be useful as they feed their brethren and provide sustenance for future generations. And if you didn't do that, the Rex, you, and all of its inbred offspring would be coming home in a box once you mosey on into that boss arena, boar in tow, and still get turned into a fine red mist anyways. Don't worry though. Your genetically pure Rexes might not even make it to the boss arena because they might just get themselves killed with their dogshit AI. The dinosaur AI in this game is an embarrassment. It is so broken in so many ways. Dinosaurs will just constantly throw themselves off of cliffs when chasing each other, which I'm pretty sure is the only reason there's no fall damage. They will constantly get stuck on the terrain, so taking dinosaurs to a forest is impossible. Fish and other aquatic dinos will swim out of the water into the sky, causing them to die instantly. Birds, sometimes you'll find them just kind of floating there, and if you punch them enough, they will just fall into the water and never to be seen again. Dinosaurs will pop in and out of existence at random.
I want this wyvern
will sometimes
chat.
just sprint into the water to prevent a shark attack and never return. The
yeah.
just never
Dat is trash, dat is trash, dat is this. That's trash. So you gotta get that plant that kills them, check. You gotta get a plant that kills them.
ends. And I promise, you will encounter virtually every single one of those glitches I just mentioned in every playthrough. Some of these glitches might be map dependent, I'm not sure. I haven't beat the game on every map, and I pray that no one has, because that is insane. However, that does remind me, I've talked about beating the game a lot in this video, but this is an open world game. You don't technically have to do anything. Unfortunately, there's kinda nothing else to do. I mean, you could like maybe make a zoo, try to tame a bunch of dinosaurs. I can understand that being appealing. Exploring, you're not gonna find much. So, I mean, there's some caves. Good luck finding even a quarter of them without Michael, but that's besides the point. Usually in a survival game, people will try to build stuff. Unfortunately, the building mechanics are 10 times worse than the dinosaur AI. I'll make this part brief.
Never touch the triangles. First of all, why is the triangle not? Why is it an equilateral, chat? Why is it not an isosceles? There's no right angle. It's trash. So the triangle is actually smaller than the square foundation. The square. Don't touch triangles in this game. Do not touch triangles in this game. Never. 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 Never.
I get into
talk about it.
Building things is just obscenely expensive. It takes forever to get even a basic house going. On top of that, you need flat land to build, otherwise the building system just won't work. And naturally, there is almost no flat land to speak of on the entire map. On top of that, there's no ability to pick up your stuff at all after 30 seconds. It's not Minecraft. You can't get out the diamond pick, mine away, and get your resources back. No.
And also there's no nudge, chat. The bowling alley, there's no nudge, there's no like third person like zoomed out like where you can like see how it's bowling on and I think maybe there is some mod on it. If there is, put it there, chat. Put it in chat and then I'll install it and get it. Because like, come on now, come on.
You have to demolish your build, causing you to lose most
like
of
half.
the
I think like use like half or even more.
Basically start from scratch. So if you do for some reason make your house uneven and want to restart, the game puts a cigarette out on your arm, says fuck you, kick rocks, go grind again.
The stone is the worst, chat. The stone like bowling are like crazy. Nah, that's too expensive.
Another 3.5 hours. Now, after all of this shit talk, you might be a little confused, because it was prefaced with the fact that I actually like this game. I kind of like it a lot. The main reason is probably that I'm a hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite and I say the game is bad and I kind of like it anyways. So I'm going to try to put in at least one good word to say why I kind of like this game. In a social environment, the game can be very fun. I had a great time playing this in middle school with my buddies. It was fun to find another player's base. Maybe
must be nice, chat. Must be nice.
Sneak in and steal all their stuff. It was fun comparing your dinosaurs with your friends and going, oh, mine's higher level, but mine is a better color. You know, fun stuff like that. Its other one saving grace is that a lot of the other things I was kind of complaining about and saying aren't very good can make for some really funny bad gameplay. When a dinosaur dies and its body flies 1,000 feet in the air, or an alpha terrifying creature swims out of the water and kills itself instantly, it's really funny, and honestly, I'm still not tired of seeing it. To this day, it's still fun just being a little punk on the beach who beats the shit out of every Dilophosaur he sees.
Why does he like Dilophosaur? He's so much Dilophosaur.
Stomp on Dilophosaurs as much as you want. Oh, one other thing I like to do a lot is I would actually like to tame dinosaurs and then release them in the wild so I could see how long it would take for them to get mauled. Don't read too much into that, okay? It's just
they die instantly, Chad.
Even with my nostalgia glasses on, it's really hard to see this game for the potential I thought it had when I was 12. I mean, like 6 or so months ago, I don't remember how long now, they released a fully AI trailer to promote their new update to their shitty sequel. Wow, doesn't that gameplay look fun?
If anything prevents me from playing could be really cool. Could be really cool.
That they put this out.
I'm like, look, sure, okay, fine. It's an AI trailer. I'm not that pressed about it. Just show me the gameplay. I want because this, like, imagine, chat. Just imagine though. ARK Subnautica.
heist
It'll be
players
crazy.
instead of being viewed as the complete piece of trash that it is. Half the reason I made this video
not a
was
big of a
just to
problem for me.
convince myself not to play it again, and honestly I think I've done a good job. But the other half of the reason was that I'm a nerd, and I like to bitch and moan and complain and overanalyze the things that I enjoy. So I think that concludes the rant. Thank you very much for watching. I don't actually have other videos on this channel yet, so one day YouTube thinks you'll like something here. Other than that,
Let's see how much videos you got. Let's see what
smash
I got to
that
sub is below. I think it's like it's one video only. Let's see. And a W video, chat. And a W video at that. Let's see. First person ever talk about video games on YouTube. W video, chat. W. I don't want to subscribe. I want to just put the bell notification. I want to put a bell notification, but okay, whatever, it's fine. We'll see. Okay, I just wanted the bell. I didn't want to subscribe, but okay, it's fine. Let's end it there, chat. Honestly, I'm so pressed about what happened today with ARK. It's really like, man.